anytime I have a moment like that with a complete stranger, I'm like, can we be friends? And anytime it's a man, I'm like, can we be fucking? Hey, what's up? It's me, Jessica Jane. I was just wondering if you've ever sat and thought to yourself, Jessica, how can I be charming without saying a word? Well, if so, I'm glad you asked, because there's actually 3 gestures you could do that will get women actually chasing you. I actually took a long while to try to think of a 3rd word to rhyme, but whatever, to make sure you never miss out on another opportunity to hear how you can get women without saying more, or another one of my videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button with the notification bell. Do I look yellow? Okay, so if you Google charming, it'll tell you something like the process of delighting, attracting, or fascinating others. And when I thought of doing this video about being charming, conveying charm and confidence without even talking, I thought of my one client from way back in the day when I first started, who was actually able to bring a girl back home without saying a word, because he just talked too fucking much. So I challenged him to go out one night and not talk at all. And oddly enough, that is the one thing that worked best for him, was saying less. So like I said, there's actually 3 gestures you could do in silence that will signal to a woman's brain that you and I have a connection. And once you plant that seed, just like one of my last videos where I talked about planting the seed of connection with the word we into a woman's brain, planting that seed of connection at all without saying anything and not pursuing her is going to make us chase you. Because that is a natural progression of things. When somebody pushes against you, our natural inclination is to push back. Or when somebody tries yanking you towards them, our natural inclination is to yank away. So if in this shared relationship dynamic you've created in planting that seed, you then walk away, we in turn will follow your lead. Does that make sense? Good, now let's talk about the 3 gestures. So the first one I always talk about, and I have been talking about since the dawn of time, is the 3-second stare. I tell this story all the time, but I never get tired of telling it. When my sister and I were at Rutgers together, we took one class together, and oddly enough, that was infant and child development. So we're in class, and our professor at the time, for some reason she sounded like this. She says, anybody with whom you hold eye contact for 3 seconds, you will have an intimate connection. So true to form, me and my sister, dark eyes and hold for 3 seconds. Now, it doesn't mean sexually intimate. It can mean somebody with whom you share vulnerabilities, either a close friend or a close family member or a confidant. But that 3-second stare can precede the relationship as opposed to follow one. So when you're able to hold for 3 seconds, what that does, again, it signals to the woman's brain that you and I have that shared relationship. Because normally we only hold for 3 seconds with somebody with whom we're already in relations. Did I get that right? You know what I'm talking about. In fact, I used to have this theory when I was a young, doting, single skank in Hollywood in my early 20s, that any guy that held eye contact with me for 3 seconds and forced me to break eye contact first, I would probably end up sleeping with him. And I usually did. And any girl I told this theory to, they started analyzing the 3-second stare and breaking eye contact, and sure enough, they were like, yeah, I slept with him. I don't know what it is. I don't make the rules. It's just what happens. There's this weird submission that happens in us women when you can hold that, and then we're like, oh my God, I feel it break. So yeah, the reason that denotes charm is because, again, you are showing us that you can be that lead. You are fascinating and attracting and delighting us all in one, even so intriguing us in that you are planting that seed. When we know there is no shared relationship, but you're making us feel it. So therein lies the chase. Because it's like if you see somebody out and about that you know and that you have a shared relationship with, and they like turn around, wouldn't you be like, yo, what the fuck, hello? That's basically what you get women to do with the 3-second stare and break. Which then leads me to the second gesture, which is the head up. So I talked about this in another video. When we are being polite to somebody that we don't know, that we see out and about, we head down. Not down, hello, at the dog park, another person, hello, nice dog. But if in that dog park we see our friend, we go head up. That gesture there signifies a previous relationship, a previous knowing. Whereas the head down is polite, I don't know you. The head up is, ooh, hey, what's up? We know each other. So if you're at a bar and you see a woman that you think is so super fly and you head up, she will immediately be like, why did he head up me? Do we know each other? I've had this happen to me on a few occasions where I then needed to go talk to this guy to find out why he gave me the head up. Not necessarily, sir, why'd you give me the head up? But there was something there that made me think we knew each other and I should talk to him. And I usually did. Again, it's about planting that seed of the previously engaged relationship that gets us to come after you. This is the reason women are so much more inclined to accept being friends with men than y'all are in accepting friendships with us, because we women thrive on connection. I'm not just saying that because women are emotional. I'm saying that because connecting releases oxytocin, and oxytocin is the only hormone that can decrease stress levels, decrease cortisol, the stress hormone, in women, whereas you men, when you're stressed, the only thing that could decrease your cortisol levels is testosterone, an increase in testosterone, which is why when y'all are stressed, you work out, work hard, kill each other. Us, we get on the phone with our girlfriends and we talk for hours and hours and hours and hours. So when you head up, you are implying a shared connection already, and because we have a shared connection with you, subconsciously, we are now seeking out that connection with you. Does that make sense? Which then brings me to the third one, which is like my favorite one. And I'm gonna go back to the story about my client who wasn't allowed to say anything. He was only allowed to make like facial expressions and gestures. I hope he's watching this. I think he still does. It's been like about 10 years though. So he goes up into the club and he sees some chick across the way. And I guess the bartender's taking a long time. So he looks at the girl and goes, and she gives like a little giggle and like rolls her eyes. And so whatever, he lets it go. He leaves it a little bit. Then they're standing there for a little while longer. So then he looks at her again and goes, and she goes. So now the shared relationship has happened. Again, it's been 10 years. I think he did something like he was gonna pay for her drink, and then she like rolled her eyes, and then he was like, and then he let it go, and then he passed her again, and he does one of these and winks at her. And then she ended up chasing him around the club, and then he ended up taking her home that night. Which then brings me to the third one, which is what I call the present point and tell, where you are so attuned to the present moment, and you gesture to what's going on in the present moment right now, and with your face, you tell her what you're thinking and what you're both sharing together in this moment. It could be as simple as, like, you and I are at the restaurant, and we lock eyes, and like we look at the food and we're like, anything simple like that. Anytime I have a moment like that with a complete stranger, I'm like, can we be friends? And anytime it's a man, I'm like, can we be fucking? I don't know. There's just something about that moment where you and I are sharing together and you are gesturing with your face, telling me what you're thinking about our shared moment. Again, it signals to the brain that you and I are in this together. And when you're subconsciously signaling that you and I are in this together, I am going to seek out being together with you. Like I said, it's just enough to plant that seed, to simply plant the seed of togetherness. I always talk about flirting doesn't have to be romantic or sexual. It is just planting the seed of me and you together. And if you know you're having difficulty in your dating life right now, I'm currently hosting a promotion. I did this a couple months ago and I had a ball talking to the guys that signed up. I'm offering 3 one-on-one sessions where you and I will jump on a Zoom call and we'll talk about what you've got going on right now. Maybe you don't need help me looking at your interactions. Maybe you've got a situation with a woman. Maybe you just need to know if this text you're about to send is stupid. Maybe you're currently breaking up with somebody. Whatever the case, 3 sessions with me. I rarely do this. I'm doing it again. And you're gonna get 3 sessions for the price of 1. Now the promo is only available until Monday midnight. So it's like late ass Sunday. But since doing this, all the guys who signed up last time have used up all their sessions. So I'm making the doors open again because I understand a lot of you have super particular situations that you just need a little assistance, guidance, and direction in order to either not make a fool of yourself or to get and keep the women you want. I have one client, bless him, he's been planning to tell a woman how he feels and he wrote out this whole speech he was gonna say and I was like, hold your fucking horses, let's stop it right there. You need to calm down. What if we just start with this phrase and see what happens from there? And he was like, oh my God, thank you so much, because I was about to text this whole thing. And sure enough, he said what I said instead, which is still what he felt, how he felt. He was still being true to what was going on for him. And sure enough, he got the response he wanted within the time frame of our call. So if you just need something like that, I'm your girl. Sign on right now. You can sign up right here at this link or the link in the description or the link in the pinned comment. But either way, try out these 3 gestures, see how it works for you, and let me know how it goes. Thanks for watching as always, guys, and I'll see you next time.